you?
I can hear you.
Well, I can hear you.
Jones 802, Riverside ground. Jones 802, cross on everything. 3-1.
Radio up.
There they come.
7th of October, so we can approach if we need to.
Yep. Do a GPS.
Jones 802, roger.
Tulsa clearance and taxi instructions. Arrivals, contact Tulsa approach on 124.0. Advise on initial contact, you have information, Sierra. Poseidon Tower, information, Sierra 12530 Zulu, wind 040 at 8, visibility 10. 12,000 scattered, temperature 162.10, altimeter 3023. Visual approach in use, landing and parting, runways 1 left, runway 1 right. All departing aircraft contact ground control for clearance and taxi instructions. Arrivals, contact Tulsa approach on 124.0. Advise on initial contact, you have information, Sierra.
They should learn how to talk a little faster, you know?
Poseidon Tower, information, Sierra 12530 Zulu, wind 0.
Turn that on so it starts warming up. It gives that number there, and it'll give ready over here, and it's actually ready. There you go. Now it's ready.
Oh, okay. Think. Heading. Twist it.
Yep, you got to do that.
Powered it. Think it. Go the other way.
Yep.
Or power it. Think it. And verify on, they are on, fuel pumps off, you already did that.
For your check ride, you may have to get them to placard it in off.
Yeah. I'll call down there, see.
Yeah. Because otherwise, David technically has to say, what?
Check. Yeah.
Well, either that or you can wait till he discovers it's in op.
Oh, it's broke.
Oh, gee, you broke it, David.
Okay.
Well,
to the northwest?
Northwest.
Okay. Comp 2. Good morning, Riverside Ground, Seminole 595, November Delta with Sierra, just at the base of the tower, negative radar to the northwest.
Seminole 595, November Delta, Riverside Tower. Maintain VFR at or below 2,500. Tulsa departure frequency. I'm sorry, did you want negative radar services?
That's correct, negative radar, sir.
All right, 595 November Delta. Maintain VFR at or below 2,500. Runway 1 left, taxi via Alpha.
2,500 to Lima Class D, 1 left via Alpha, November Delta.
Riverside Ground, electric 442.
Electric 442, Riverside Ground.
Plus 1 here at Tango. Like to take Zulu crossing 31 to intersection Juliet and Zulu.
We normally still with the nose wheel steering like you do on a single engine airplane, but we do have asymmetrical thrust. If I wanted to help turn, I could add power on the left engine right here. Make a turn to the right as we join.
Electric 442 plus 1, proceed southbound on Zulu, cross runway 31, and if you can, we got 1 aircraft doing taxi backs over there if you can keep the vehicles just a little, I'm sorry, disregard.
You're not concerned about taking
442 plus 1 as requested, crossing 31. Just let us know if we need to clear, we'll monitor the radio.
You can get a taxi light and not even know it sometimes.
Electric 442 plus 1, if you can just pull the vehicles off the side so there is room for an aircraft to pass by.
442, copy. We'll just pull off here in the grass.
Appreciate it.
Looks like David's got a check ride this morning.
Full rich, proper's full, engine is bridge temperature and pressures are green. Throttle's 1500. That does not feel good.
to be done. You've been flying a single power lever Cirrus too long.
I'll get a little airflow going.
Good idea. We might want a little heat when we get up there.
Yep.
Although there's probably an inversion.
RPM decrease, manifold pressure increase.
But just a little bit longer. There you go.
And oil pressure decrease. And up to 2,000. Hold the brakes, not rolling. And mag check, sir.
Maganitos.
Riverside Ground, November 352 Sierra Papa. Is Spartans main 3 with information Sierra requesting radar service to Okmulgee.
Hard to tell, but mags check.
352 Sierra Papa, Riverside Ground, maintain VFR out of below 2,500. Call for departure frequency 124.0, squawk 0243.
Maintain VFR at or below 2,500, departure frequency 124.0, squawk 0243.
Cessna 2 Sierra Papa, read back correct, runway 1 left, taxi via Alpha. Just to let you know, there is a large area of light to moderate precipitation. Starting to the east, extending to the southwest, it is approximately 40 to 50 miles in diameter.
Oh.
Roger, 1 left via Alpha, 2 Sierra Papa.
You forgot something.
What'd I forget?
Carburetor heat.
Yep.
Now I think you got everything.
Check idle. Still running. Just rough.
Yeah, those engines do sound good, don't they?
Do. Transponders 1200 ALT. Altitude bug.
2,500. There you go, about 10 degrees.
Okay, before takeoff, flight controls are 3 and correct. That's up, that's down, that's up, that's down. Rudder feels free and correct. Flight instruments, airspeed 0, altitude indicator is up and alive. Heading indicator matches the compass. Altimeter 3023. A little off, but that's okay. Vertical speed showing 0. All standby instruments look good. Altimeter seems a little off, but about 40 feet.
Well, it looks like it's a little bit off there too.
Yeah.
I wonder if 3023 is the real altimeter setting.
Bet a new one comes out here in about 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's probably been changing.
Fuel pumps are on. Propeller's full increase, mixture's full rich. Fuel selectors are on for the 3rd time. Autopilot is... I thought I turned it off.
It is. It's on flight director.
Okay.
If you do vertical speed altitude, that'll give you 500 feet a minute and give you a flight director on takeoff.
Okay. I'm just not used to doing the flight director thing. I'm used to seeing ready here and ready here. And the Cirrus, that means the autopilot's on without flight director.
Well, here it's the color, and here it just says flight director.
Okay.
It doesn't say AP. Remember, it's a, I think, what is it, a pink color?
Yeah, magenta pink.
Magenta or something like that.
Flaps are open, transponder flaps, warning lights, nothing's on. Bulbs worked. Doors are latched, strobes on, parking light, parking brake. Okay, takeoff briefing. This will be a normal takeoff from runway 1 left to the northwest, 2,500 to clear to the Class Delta airspace.
Good morning, Riverside Ground, Bonanza 6710.
50 knots. We'll board the takeoff, bring the throttles to idle. On the remaining runway, anything above 50 knots, the only thing we will stop for is engine fire, engine failure, loss of direction control, by bringing the throttles to idle, applying the brakes to stop on the remaining runway. If we rotate and we're off the ground and the gear is still down and we lose an engine, we'll push the nose over, bring the power back, and land on whatever's in front of us. If we transition the gear up and we lose an engine, we will identify, verify, and feather, ascertain the performance of the airplane, either land straight ahead or declare emergency and come back to the airport.
Excellent.
Any questions, sir?
Excellent job. Excellent job.
I think we're ready.
I think you got that figured out. It's amazing how many students can't get that briefing. It takes the whole course.
Okay, Bonanza 671 Sierra Hotel. Excuse me, it's cleared to Kennett. Radar vector, direct Magi. 2000, expect 9,000, 10 minutes. After, frequency 124.0, and the squawk is 1121.
It's 60 degrees.
Bonanza 1 Sierra Hotel, read back correct, except your altitude is maintained 2,500. Expect 9,010 minutes after departure.
2,500, 9,000, 10 minutes after departure, 1 Sierra Hotel.
Bonanza 1 Sierra Hotel, advise when you have Sierra and you're ready to taxi.
Behind us.
We have Sierra and we're ready to taxi.
We almost could have blown him away.
And ground over Delta's run complete.
Left to taxi via Alpha.
1 left via Alpha, 1 Sierra Hotel.
I'm just going to go to tower. They take too long.
Yeah, and they can't get mad at you because it's not a rule.
Morning, Riverside Tower, Seminole 595, November Delta, number 1 left to the northwest.
Seminole 595, November Delta, Riverside Tower, turn left heading 280, runway 1 left, clear for takeoff.
280, 1 left, clear for takeoff, November Delta. Hey, lights coming on.
Spartan 231, departure, Friday Rebel.
Cameras on.
Roger, 550.
Action, flaps, mixture, prop, switches, seatbelts.
Everything seems to be ready to me. Do we have a keen pilot in the right seat?
A keen pilot.
Yeah.
Not sure what you're saying.
One ready to go.
Oh, yeah. Temperatures and pressures look good. Gonna hold the brakes. I'm gonna bring the power up to 2,000 RPM. Everything looks good. Release the brakes. Full power. Airspeed is alive.
Let's see.
Go crosswind correction. There's 70.
70.
Spartan 04, runway 1 right, clear for the option.
Runway 1 right, clear for option, Plaza 04.
Runway's disappearing. Coming up.
The AFM, or not AFM, the AFD says that you're supposed to go to 1,500 feet before any turns.
Uh-huh. Noise abatement?
Yeah, well, yeah, noise abatement deal. But nobody does.
I was going to say, is he already telling me to go to 1,500?
No, but nobody does. But in case somebody says, well, why didn't you go to 1,500? Because nobody does.
Takes forever.
Yeah, and nobody does.
Hold on. Okay, so which one would you pull back, or does it matter?
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Just grab one and start easing it. If it gets worse, it's the wrong one. It got worse. There you were. Had it.
I need to make a power change anyway, so I'm going to bring my powers back to 25 inches. 500 feet to go. I'll take a peek at the map here, just make sure nobody's in front of us.
And you're right on the edge of the class Charlie, 2300. Now you're...
Seminole 5, November Delta, climb and proceed on course. Tulsa approach available 124.0.
November Delta, thanks, sir.
You gotta watch that takeoff to the north for the 2300, especially in this airplane.
Spartan 04, turn right there, and then taxi south on Zulu, past Ponte, looks like a Bonanza coming across Juliet.
Just climb, throttles,
We'll taxi south on Zulu, behind the Bonanza, Spartan 04.
Just climb, landing light can come off. We'll leave it on for recognition. Mixtures are required, cow flaps is required. Inspirator check, temperatures and pressures look good. Okay, up to 4,500, sir?
That'll do.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time hearing that.
Getting worse. You had it.
Spartan 23, runway 1 left, clear for the option.
1 left, clear for the option, full south flying 50.
There you go. Not that it'll stay, but at least you got it there.
This is nice. I'm going to turn the fan on low. How you feel?
My feet are getting cold.
Turn it off. You want me to turn the heater on? What you want?
Spartan 04, make right traffic, runway 1 right, clear for takeoff.
Make right traffic, runway 1 right, clear for takeoff, 504.
I'm still fine. If you want, we can turn the heater on though if you want me to.
Let's
practice it.
Yeah.
Air intake is open.
Yep.
We'll just put it to warmer here, kind of in the middle. Cabin heat on.
See what happens.
See what happens.
Towers, that's 669 We're working with close traffic.
Turn them off. See what we're going to do first here.
Feels better already.
Does feel better.
It stinks though.
Like it's the first time it's been used in about 6 months.
Probably so.
So as we're still climbing here, I'm just going to do a couple turns for clearing turns. We've got 500 feet to go. Yep.
Yeah. Getting nice and warm.
To the right. To the left, roll on left.
There's hardly any adverse yaw in this airplane, is there?
Right, correct.
As, I mean, those ailerons just work so nice and smooth.
Let the airplane speed up a little bit, and I'll set 22 inches for steep turns.
Sounds good to me. Teach me some.
So we're going to do steep turns, 50 degrees of bank, 4,500. Got 45 here, so we'll go just a little bit past that upside-down triangle. Once we roll past 30 degrees of bank, we'll bring the power up a couple inches to about 24 just to help maintain altitude.
And airspeed.
And airspeed.
Because it's plus or minus 10, plus or minus 100, right?
Yes. So clear right, we'll roll right. 50 degrees, clear on the screen as well.
Well, you didn't start out the right speed. Nor did you complete your cruise checklist.
I just didn't tell you I did it.
Tail flaps are still open. It'll change the trim, too.
2 hands on the control wheel. 50 degrees of bank, 4,500 all the way around. Outside, look for traffic. About 25 degrees, start rolling out. I might have waited just a little bit too long to roll out, and let that nose come down so we don't gain altitude. I should have brought the nose down a little bit sooner. We'll just roll right into another one.
You finally got the right speed, 132.
50 degrees of bank. Stop the altitude, 4,500. Clear left, outside look for traffic. Two hands on the control wheel, outside look for traffic. And again, start rolling out, push that nose over so we don't gain altitude. And we'll go back to cruise here, 22 inches.
Yeah, the proper entry speed, I think, was 132.
132?
Yeah.
Maneuvering speed?
Yeah. And you started out 120 something. But you sped up during the turns.
So I'll do a cruise checklist. Power set, auxiliary fuel pumps will go off one at a time. Even though I know you like them at the same time. Cow flaps are now closed, thank you, sir. And recog lights will leave on. Okay, we'll start slowing down for slow flight. Oh, thank you, I got distracted.
Oh.
Okay, we're below 140, gears coming down.
Use that to help slow us down.
Yeah, I should have done that off the bat. I'm going to turn the heater off.
Well, either that or just turn it down.
Okay, we're in the white arc, 1 notch flaps. Build correcting 4,500. Second notch flaps. And full notch flaps. And we'll pitch for 65. What's a good airspeed? 70? 65?
Oh, 70 will work. Yep. 65 will work.
About our nose up trim, I need to be cognizant of. We do a power off stall, so trim stall the airplane. And we'll do a couple turns. Clear right. Nothing on the screen. So my pitch controls my airspeed, my power controls my altitude.
Sounds good.
If I get too slow, push the nose over. If I get too fast, I bring the nose up, trying to target 70 knots. If I get too low, I add power. And if I get too high, I reduce the power, usually by 1 or 2 inches at a time, unless I need to make just a real drastic change, but we try not to get that far off on our altitude or airspeed. Clear to left, going left. Got that trim bottomed out, and it's still not enough.
Oh, well, you hit the minimum trim speed, didn't you? That's because we got such a far forward CG. If we're lucky, we're inside the envelope.
By my calculations, we were with that water in the back.
Yeah. That's 40 pounds of water.
I think I had it at 50. And correcting with power. Takes a lot of power to get altitude back.
Yep, heavy airplane. That's it, pitch up to hold the 70. And see, that brings along the argument of, does power really control altitude, or does it control speed?
Yeah.
As you just saw, right?
Okay, I'll do a power off stall.
Okay.
So fuel selector's still on, mixture's rich, props are good. Gears down, flaps are down. We're still clear to left and right. I'm just going to bring the powers to idle.
And you're going to go to the buffet or the stall horn?
Yes, sir.
Okay. First indication.
I'm going to go full on the props. First indication, I'm going to go full power, lower the angle of attack. There's the buffet. Full power.
No stall horn.
Nice and easy, full power. 1 notch flaps. About 109, gears coming up. That's the gear horn because we still have a 2nd notch of flaps in. And I take out all that nose up trim. And I'm just going to level off at 4,500 and clean the airplane up. Go to 22 inches here so we don't go too fast.
Oh, good idea.
And back to about 25.
Yeah, I think I would have gotten all my flaps up before, and you can do them more than 1 notch at a time. You can just slowly lower the whole thing at once.
Okay.
Because as long as you're above the flaps up stalling speed,
yep,
it's not going to stall if you raise the flaps, right? You just have to raise the nose.
Flaps, okay, let's see what's next here on my list. Power off stall, power on stalls, okay.
Power on stall, takeoff and departure stall. We didn't do one of those, remember?
Correct. Are you flying or am I flying?
I'm flying.
Okay.
Since you took your hands off,
oh,
I took control. Okay, so you may have the airplane.
Okay, I got the airplane, sir. So a departure stall. Go back to, let me slow the airplane back down first. I'll go to 14 inches and just slow the airplane down.
The neat speed to remember is 85 knots. Because once you get to 85 knots, then you can start doing things. Getting to 85 knots is the secret.
Okay.
And it takes about 14 inches. Or a little bit less.
I could throw the gear if I wanted to help slow us down. I don't know if it's worth the time or not.
It's probably not, because you'll be down to 85 pretty soon here.
Here comes the blue line when we'll full on the props. Fuel selector's on. Comes 85.
That way I can think. Now, the secret here is you don't need full power, right?
Right, 20 inches.
20 inches will be a good enough substitute for full power.
So at 85, we go to 20 inches.
That's right. And just ease the nose up.
Airspeed bleeding off.
And then the important thing to remember when you recover is to go to full power. Some examiners and some instructors teach don't use more power. Now I'm going bullshit.
Why would you not?
Yeah, why would you not?
There's stall warning horn, lower the angle of attack.
Yep, full power.
Slowly bring in full power.
And just go back to 5 degrees. We know 5 degrees is what we want for climb with full power, right?
Yes, sir.
So 5 degrees would be the best. Because you're simulating a takeoff and a departure where you've pulled the nose too high. Or you're also simulating that your throttles came back to 20 inches, and that's why you're stalling. So that's why the full power, go to 5 degrees.
Well, I thought that'd make things easier, but maybe just...
Well, yeah, the trim.
Okay, we'll do an accelerator stall.
Okay. Let's try accelerator. And let me make a little setting over here for you.
Down.
We'll do it right there and see if that's better. There is a thermostat, you know.
It was starting to get cold. I'm going to turn to the south, just so we get too far to the west.
Hey, we're out to Cushing.
Yep.
Haven't been to Cushing in years.
109, gears coming up. Okay, clear to left, clear to right.
We're looking for 85, right?
Screen, yes sir. 85. Comes 85, we're rolling to 45 degrees of bank. Going up aggressively. There it is, lower the angle of attack, and bring them in with power.
And you shouldn't really lose any altitude, because you never really did much of a stall, right?
Right.
There you go. Yeah, did you mention that one to David when you were talking about stalls?
I did not.
Okay.
No.
Well, he's before told me he doesn't like the 85, and I go, well, you can do it at, 70, but it's going to fall out of the sky.
Engine failure before VMC, that's a takeoff thing. Engine failure after liftoff, that's takeoff. We didn't do those. Maneuvering with one engine inoperative. So we'll just say we have a engine fire in the left. Or engine fire in the right.
No, engine fire on the one that's lowest.
That's right. Thank you. So I'll go to off on the left. Because we have a fire and we want to burn off that engine, or that fuel in the left side. And we'll just wait a second here on the power setting.
You can watch the fuel flow. It takes a moment to burn up the fuel that's in the carburetor and in the line. Especially a low power setting. Might as well shove them up, because that's what you're going to need soon, right?
Yep.
There you go. Now she's going to die.
So engine failure, full. Flaps are up, gears up. Identify, verify, and feather. So identify with the left engine's dead. I'm going to verify by bringing the throttle back on the left side. Nothing changes. I'm going to feather to the left side. Set 0 side slip. Banking into the good engine, 2 to 3 degrees. About half a ball width towards the good engine. And I can shut everything down and bring the mixture back. We turn alternator off on the left side and mags off on the left side. And fuel pumps off on the left side and go to a checklist. Engine fire and flight, fuel selectors off, throttles idle, propeller, feather, mixture off, cow flaps open. Affected engine continue securing, airspeed increase, so we'd have the cow flap open, try to blow the fire out, and we could nosedive to
right.
Try to put the fire out.
But I think the fire's out, so I think you're good.
Okay.
Did you feel how the airplane yawed when you did that?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's because I bent down and grabbed the yoke when I did that.
A lot of it's the cow flap. Those cow flaps are terrible. Now I'd go ahead and open up the fuel, so in case we need it, we can start the engine immediately.
Thank you. Call. Okay, and we can do some maneuvering, single engine. Clear right. Make sure nobody's on the map here. Got somebody way in front of us. That's way out there. We got plenty of speed. We can do.
You know how to turn this off?
Oh, okay. I did not know. Thank you.
Usually half bank, usually 15 degrees max.
Okay.
On single engine maneuvering.
Okay, and we can do a drag demo since we got the engine shut down.
Go right ahead if you'd like.
Okay. So I'm going to set a power setting for blue line. Pitch for VYSE, 88 knots, maintaining 5,000 feet.
Probably about 5 degrees. And I think I would do the drag demo with full power. And I would just hold blue line, and then I would add drag and see how it affects your rate of climb.
Yeah, David said there's multiple ways to demonstrate it.
That's the way I like to do it, because then, see, it looks like, hey, we're doing a little bit of a climb. Look at this. Not bad, right?
Right.
Now, add some drag. See what happens.
Okay, let's put in 1 notch flaps. Then we're minus 100 feet, maybe. We're still airspeed's building. Yep.
See, 1 notch flaps doesn't really do a whole lot. Just a little bit.
Okay, let's go 2 notches flaps. And we'll go full flaps.
Now you'll really see it.
Uh-huh. Below 140, we'll go gear down as well. We're doing about 700 feet per minute. Airspeed's building as well, so we'll probably get around 500 feet per minute down probably. And so now we'll do a no flaps, but with gear, so I'll slowly bring the flaps up. Go pitching for blue line.
Almost hold altitude, not quite. Look at that. A couple hundred feet a minute. Down. Not bad.
Not bad. Okay, we can do a air restart. Let me go to the checklist for this one. Thank you. 109, gears coming up.
Let's check out our... Hey, we're getting 65 amps.
Uh-huh.
The battery's charging. We weren't quite getting full power out of that alternator. When we raised the gear, we got a low voltage.
Oh, okay. Fuel selector is on. Magneto switches. You'll turn them on, sir. On
hey, one thing we haven't done is we haven't done cross-feeding.
That's correct.
Why don't we try cross-feeding?
Okay. So we'll take the fuel selector for the right engine. Let's go boost pump on. Thank you.
And I'd go both boost pumps on.
Okay. So I got the right fuel selector. I'm going to move it all the way aft to crossfeed. I'm going to look at my fuel flow. Keep an eye on it. Just make sure I get fuel flow. That's pretty much it.
Yep, and we're also filling up the carburetor on the other side.
Oh, okay.
See, now it'll be ready to start when we're ready to do that. And then once you've got it going, you can turn both these off.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Now you can take it out of crossfeed.
Okay. I need to boost pump on for that.
You can. Yep. Good idea.
Hey, out of crossfeed, both fuel selectors are on. I'll turn that fuel pump off. Air restart. Magneto switches on for the left engine, sir. Please. Electric fuel pump is on. throttle open 1/4 of an inch. Airspeed 110, so we'll come down a little bit of a dive. Extra full. I'll get a little bit of airspeed here to help it start. Start to get a little precip on the windshield.
Aha! Look at that.
Huh. So, mags are on. Let me double check my checklist.
What's wrong?
Either the accumulator didn't work, or
The accumulator didn't work.
we just had to bump the starter.
Or the engine seized.
Hope it's not that.
Oh, are we clear?
We are.
Let me give her a few seconds prime, too.
Okay.
There we go. I'm glad she did that for you, you know? Isn't that good training?
That is good training.
That's it. You check the power, 15 inches for warm-up. So we get to report that the left accumulator is dead. I'll let her warm up some.
Now, is it dead, or did it not work enough at that time?
It's dead.
It didn't do anything, did it?
Because it's a passive thing. If you push that forward, it'll dump its oil into the prop. It's pretty much passive, remember?
Uh-huh.
There isn't anything you do. So that means that the accumulator air charge is gone.
Huh.
Yep, it's not accumulating. Okay, now one thing you didn't do that you need to remember is, where's the nearest airport?
Bristow, right in front of us. But yeah, I didn't think about that till we started it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I was watching, but yeah, you got to remember, you don't want to be doing this kind of stuff when there isn't an airport at least nearby.
Just verbalize that, make sure there's an airport nearby.
Yeah, because I'll take it while you're messing around
You
there.
got the airplane?
The idea is that, yeah, you want to be safe. And if we couldn't start it, now what would we do? You know? Where are we going to go?
The closest airport.
Well,
I should know where it's at. Go back to Riverside.
I'd probably just go back to Riverside
we
if
got
everything else, since everything's good.
Yep.
But if the other engine should cough, and then you hit the accumulator and this side doesn't work,
yep,
and you're going, oh, crap, you know? Where's the nearest airport, just in case?
Okay, let's see what our temps are.
Yep, looks
We're
like
in the
we
green.
Now we can come back up.
And we need to do an emergency descent.
That's a good idea. I'll just fly a minute. Okay. I don't get to fly very often, do I? All right, let's see here. I hate these. I hate this rudder trim. It's not only in an uncomfortable position, it's almost impossible to grab and make it work, you know? Try to get her trimmed up again.
So if you were with a student and you're going to make them do a manual gear extension, do you pull all three of these main gear?
Nope. All you got to do is
the power?
Just the power.
Okay.
Go ahead and do it.
So pulled that. We'd have to slow down to 100.
I like to do it on downwind.
Make them freeze?
No,
lock them up.
Well, on downwind, you know, I pull the breaker, and then they get opposite the numbers, and they go gear down.
Right.
Oh, nothing. I go, okay, what are you gonna do? And all you gotta do is just, and it's done. Then you push the brake, and when the greens come on, you just push the breaker back in, and you're all reset. That's a good training deal for them. because then they get the idea, oh yeah, gee, that's how it works. Actually, it'll come down most any speed, just the nose wheel. Here we are. So you just do this little guy, and then you just do.
Do you have the gear handle down?
Doesn't matter, but it helps.
Okay.
Yep.
3 green.
3 green.
Buds back in.
Push it back in. Push your breaker back in. Select gear up, and there we go. How about that?
Sounds good.
Well, let's go back to cruise so we can do an emergency descent. What do you think of that?
Okay. I got the airplane.
You got the airplane.
My aircraft, sir.
Let's turn that off, and after you do an emergency like a shutdown and a restart, just look around the cockpit and make sure everything's where you want it.
Right.
Because it's easy to leave a fuel pump on or leave the alternator off.
I saw the alternator was still off a second ago.
Yeah.
I clicked it back on.
Yep.
Confession time.
Just kind of check around to make sure that you haven't screwed something up.
Would you like to head towards the airport that we're going to do emergency procedures at, as far as...
Whatever.
Or you just want to do them at Riverside?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Okmulgee's close, isn't it? Isn't that about our closest one?
It's a 6 one-way, half dozen other, Riverside and Okmulgee.
I hate to go to Riverside.
Is Okmulgee... I guess the weather's okay there. Probably I can see enough over in that direction. We can probably get it done. I got my Stratus, but I don't have it out up and operational. Listen to the weather, see what it says.
Cool. Well, we're
18225.
Yeah, I'm glad that engine did that to you. Keep hard. Kill you.
0, 1, 4, visibility, 1, 0, rain, 7,000, scattered, 9,500, scattered, ceiling, 1, 1.
Rain, 7,000 scattered. Wokey. Okay, so we got smoke in the cockpit.
Here we are going along at cruise.
So we'll just bring the powers to idle.
Ups full forward.
140. Gears coming down.
Yep.
Nose over for 140.
Roll it into a bank. That way you don't float everything to the ceiling. You there?
Uh-huh. Boy, howdy, that's a lot of nose pitch down.
There you go. Now you're looking for 140, right? Now you can level the wings. Keep her down.
I didn't want to go screaming past 140. I didn't know what the pitch attitude it would take.
It's going to take about 15. Look at that. Right down there is where we're going to crash.
Yeah.
Rolling into a bank is a good thing. That way you don't have to push. It just falls. Now, in the recovery, you've got to be careful.
Not to bring the gear up too fast.
Yep. When you hit 109, then it's gear up. And you got to start the recovery at least 500 feet early.
Traffic off our right, 300 feet above us. Somewhere I'm looking.
Yeah, he's about 5-6 miles.
Oh yeah, that zoomed in. Okay, we'll go to Okmulgee.
Yeah, that sounds like a good deal to me, doesn't it to you?
Yes, sir.
We can't hardly get lost at Okmulgee, can we? Good job. I think I'll make a multi-instructor out of you yet. If I can just get you to sync the props.
I don't think I can hear it with this headset.
Well, that may be a problem.
That's not. I kicked it off. I kicked one ear off, and then I could hear it. That's the one time I did it.
Yep.
Where's he at? Still a ways away.
He's 100 above us. Let's see, 120.3, 118.225, landing to the north. What's the altimeter? We didn't catch the altimeter.
1,500, scattered, ceiling, 1,000, overcast, temperature, 15 Celsius, dew point, 11, altimeter, 3025.
25.
I got traffic in sight.
Good.
Okmulgee Regional Airport. Automated weather observation. 1427 Zulu weather. Wind 030 at 8 gusts 14 visibility.
Yep, there he is. He's got his lights on. Cool. Okay.
He looked a little faster than I thought. I came down a little hard.
Yeah, he's coming up behind us.
I think it's another Seminole.
Might be. Yeah, when you get 10,000 hours multi-engine time, you can sync up props easily. Looks like there's somebody else up at Okmulgee, maybe on the ILS.
Maybe.
And let's turn the heat down just a skosh.
Branson West traffic, Comanche 6630 Papa is 10 to the northeast inbound for a left downwind, runway 3 Branson West.
And I got your altitude bug set at 1700 for pattern altitude.
Thanks, sir. Okay, descent checklist. Pumps coming on. Mixture's full rich. Power's required. Cow flaps are still closed. ATIS we got, altimeter's got, clearance, don't need it. Lights are on. Looks like he broke off, headed our way.
Yeah, he's headed over toward us. What is the outside air temperature? It's 57. A little warmer up here than it is down below. Turn it all the way down, see what happens. Don't want you sweating too hard.
I'm not sweating near as hard as I was that first day.
Yeah.
First day, it was a scorcher. It's amazing what a week can do.
Well, and the first day you were working pretty hard because you're trying to keep up.
That's true.
Now you've kind of got the hang of it, right?
I feel a lot more comfortable.
Yep. Well, after one more session, I bet you will be a lot more comfortable. You're 11 miles out.
Okmulgee traffic, Seminole 595, Lima Delta's 2 to 3 miles to the west, 45 left downwind, runway 36, Okmulgee.
I bet you David's going to ask you if you'll do touch and goes in the Seminole.
And the answer is no.
Right.
Full stop taxi backs.
That's right. I don't even like doing touch and goes in the Cub. But after after someone's demonstrated several times that they can actually handle the rollout, then that makes it efficient because it's not retractable. But I always make them, I usually try to make them bring the tail down and go into, quote, rollout mode before they make the go part happen. Okay, coming up on pattern altitude. About to turn downwind.
Clear to left, clear right.
Yep, nobody coming. Nobody talking.
Okmulgee traffic, Cessna 87 Papa, 7 miles north of Okmulgee, inbound approach, ILS 18, Okmulgee traffic.
What in the world did he say?
ILS 18.
Yeah, 7 miles north? Okay, that must be this guy.
Okmulgee traffic, 5 Lima Delta's on the left downwind, 36, Okmulgee. I think that's what he said.
What are we going to do? A normal?
Sure. Or do you want to do a single engine?
How about a short field?
Everything's a short field. Below 140, gears coming down.
Got about 17 inches.
Got 3 green.
3 green.
1 in the mirror.
1 in the mirror.
Fuel's on, undercarriage down, mixture's rich. We'll wait on the props till we're on final. Switches and seatbelts. Fuel pumps are on. Lights are on. My seatbelt's fastened. And within the white arc, 1-notch flaps. Okmulgee traffic 5, Norfolk Delta's turning left, base 36, Okmulgee. Okay, second notch flaps.
Okmulgee traffic, Cessna 87 Delta Papa, 5 miles north of Okmulgee inbound approach, LS18, Okmulgee traffic.
Hey, he's 5 north.
To 100 knots here on base. Final looks clear. Still got 3 green. Here comes blue line. We'll go props full. Traffic 5 Norfolk Delta's turning left to final 36 Okmulgee. Full stop, taxi back.
I don't see the guy out there, but he's not yet very close, so I think we're good.
I bet he'll go missed anyway.
Okmulgee traffic, Cessna 87 Delta Papa, about 4 miles north of Okmulgee.
4 miles north.
Okay, gears down, clear to land. 3 green, 1 in the mirror. Per bill. Yep. Blue line all the way to the numbers.
Blue line minimum to the numbers. You could go a little faster.
Okay.
Just so long as you lose
that
some
shows
of that
me
speed.
3 red, but I think I'm right on or a little high.
I see 1 white and 3 red.
But do I seem low to you?
Yeah. Well, you seem about right to me.
That's what I thought.
Now I think I see 2 and 2. They're not very bright. Now I see all whites.
All whites? I see like 3 red.
Oh, that's right. It's hard to tell.
Okay, so we're aiming for the 1,000-foot markers, the captain's bars. As we come over the numbers, we'll start slowly pulling the power all the way to idle. A little bit of a crosswind from right to left. Hold this.
Okmulgee traffic, Cessna 87 Delta Papa, call me for LS18, Okmulgee traffic.
There he is.
Uh-huh. And maximum braking for a short field landing if needed.
And then taxi up to the next intersection. Yeah, you let her float too long. Here's your exit. Kind of hard to break the old bad habit of floating, isn't it?
It is.
But you know, if you try that working it that way with even the Cirrus, I think you'll be more pleased with your approaches and landings. You know? Even with a single.
Okmulgee traffic 5 Norfolk Delta's clear to the active Okmulgee. Okay, fuel selector's on, trim set once, and a little nose up trim is good. Flaps coming up, cow flaps are open. Carb heat's off.
Might as well leave that on. Well, go to fan. Because if you don't go to fan, it'll overheat, remember? Or it could.
It could, yeah. Up 2 minutes on the ground, 15 seconds in the air. Fuel pumps will leave on.
Taxi back. Yep, you let her float just a little too long. You wasted some runway.
Did, yeah. Or a short field landing.
I got to discipline you to touch down where you want to touch down. That will save you a lot of runway on rollout. But I'd rather touch down fast at the right spot than float, because if you touch down fast, you can still hit the brakes and slow down, you know? It doesn't slow down in the air while you're floating.
So on this one, am I going to pull the mixtures on you?
Oh, am I going to pull the mixtures on you?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
And what do you have in mind?
I'll put the mixtures on you.
Okay.
And then
you can tell me what to do.
Okay. This will be a standard briefing for runway 36. So just for safety reasons, you can expect a engine failure before 50% of VMC. When you detect an engine failure, loss of directional control, bring your throttles all the way to idle. Maintain directional control with the rudders. We'll stop on the remaining runway.
Sounds good to me.
You got the airplane?
I got the airplane.
The airplane, sir.
I got 3 lights on. And we've got the trim is set. And it looks like the boost pumps are on. Okmulgee traffic, Seminole 595 November Delta is taking the active 35 for left traffic, Okmulgee. That's usually the best one to pull up if you're going to do a takeoff. Hey, engines are looking good.
Very good. Leave the power to idle, bring the mixture up.
And then tell me to go ahead and go.
And we'll go.
There's 50. 70. 5 degrees. No more runway left for touchdown. Off we go.
Okay. How was that?
That looked pretty decent. Although you almost left the engines mixtures at cutoff too long, the engines almost quit.
Right. Well, that's what I was talking to you last time. I was like, how long do you leave them?
Yeah.
You're like, you can leave them forever. I know you didn't say that, but...
Yeah, you leave quite a while.
So that was too long.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, I got the airplane.
You got the airplane.
Aircraft, sir. Nobody's coming down the ILS on us. Looks like they're going to the VOR.
Yeah, they're doing the standard miss.
Okmulgee traffic, 5 November Delta, turning left crosswind, 36 Okmulgee.
I'll just kill the old flight director because I don't like having the flight director up there if you're not going to follow it. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Up. A little bit high here.
City air traffic, 7 November Juliet, 5 miles out to the southeast out of 3000, be joining left downwind, runway 35, pattern work contact.
Okmulgee traffic, 5 November Delta, turning left downwind, 36 Okmulgee.
Thanks.
So, what are we going to do this time?
What's left to do?
Single engine landing?
Okay.
Yeah. I was expecting an engine failure after liftoff also.
Oh, I didn't give that to you.
No, you didn't. You probably should have.
Yep.
That would have been a perfect opportunity, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I didn't want to spring that on you. I mean, I didn't think about it either, but I probably would have briefed it first.
Yeah, briefing is always good. Yeah, that's the best thing to do in multi-engine training is to make sure that everybody knows what's going to happen next. You know? Yeah.
So we can just bring this to 0 thrust on the left side?
Yep.
About 14 inches.
About 14.
And are we abeam yet?
City air traffic. 7 November Juliet. Forward fly the field south.
I got 3 green, sir.
Now, what are you supposed to do with the good engine?
Bring it up.
10 inches, right?
10 inches, that's right. 27.
There you go. Good place to start. You may not need it, but good place to start.
We'll go, well, we're just a hair
3
fast.
green and 1 in the mirror.
There we are, white arc, 1 notch flaps. Still a little high, I'm going to take some more power out on the right side.
Good idea.
Okmulgee traffic 5 November Delta's turning left, base 36 Okmulgee. Okay, gas is on, undercarriage is down, mixture's rich, props are full. Switches, seatbelts, lights are on, boost pumps are on. So on single engine approaches, you can do full flaps, but I recommend no more than 2 notches.
And no flaps is fine.
No flaps is fine too, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's the most efficient, isn't it?
It depends how high density altitude you're at and what performance you have and what you need to get to the runway.
Yep, how low you're getting out here on base.
I was high no, I wasn't high last time.
Nobody sneaking in? Yeah, how low you're getting on base.
Okmulgee traffic 5 November Delta's turning left final, 36 Okmulgee. Hey, 3 green, gears down, clear to land.
Yep. You could just leave the flaps right where they are.
Yep.
Because I wouldn't pick a runway short enough that I needed a full flap, short field landing, single engine.
Right.
That's kind of dumb,
There's
isn't it?
no margin there.
Yeah, it's dumb. Now we'll probably roll to the end if you just use 1 notch flap.
That's your passive way of saying put in a 2nd notch.
No, I wasn't saying that at all. I was just saying 1 notch of flaps, you'll probably end up rolling pretty much to the end because you don't have much drag out and you got to use the brakes.
Hey, 3 green, gears down, clear to land.
Yep, and I got 1 in the mirror.
Sure. Just a hair fast, but I kind of like to be a little fast. Single engine approaches.
Well, try to make it as close to normal as possible.
Okay. I'll bring power back on both of them.
That's it. Now just let her touch. There you go. We'll make a multi-engine pilot out of you yet.
You keep saying that. I'm going to hold you to it.
Oh, if you're going to hold me to something, make it Marilyn Monroe or somebody.
Really active 36 Okmulgee. Once, twice, flaps coming up. Repeats off. Closed. Meters off. Lights. Boost pumps will leave on.
Taxi back.
All right, what's left?
Well, we haven't done an engine failure after liftoff. We just did a single engine landing, but we didn't do an engine failure after liftoff.
Okay.
The only times I get to fly is when somebody gets losing it on the runway with a Cub, and I go, I got it.
Okay, you got the airplane, sir?
I got the airplane.
Aircraft.
Thank you, thank you. Are we ready to go? Trim looks good.
think so.
Okmulgee traffic, Seminole 595 November Delta, taking the active 35, left traffic, full, staying in the pattern, Okmulgee. I don't like to even hardly touch the brakes.
So for a short field takeoff, we'll roll out here and use all available runway that we can. And we'll center the nose wheel and nose up with the runway. Verify we're on the right runway, runway 36. What we're going to do is hold the brakes, bring the power up to 2,000 RPM. Verify our oil and temperature and pressures look good. Watch out, birdies. It's going to hurt.
Locomotive 87 Zero Charlie Papa, about 6 miles northeast of Morgan for Rio Alpha.
So release the brakes, go to full power. And then just a standard briefing, we'll rotate at 70 knots and go 10 degrees nose pitch up.
There's 50.
There's 70. Rotate to 10 degrees.
10 degrees.
Positive rate.
Gear up. 50 feet. Back down to 5 to 7.
I missed that part. 50 feet. Back down to 5 to 7.
Yep, we're over our obstacle, so back to a normal 105, 110 knots timeout.
Okay, there's 500 feet.
Okay, I think I got a failure of the left engine, so we're going right to left. Gear and flaps. Identify.
Hey, I got power. Zero thrust with little fudge.
Little fudge. Okay.
I had an instructor teach me that once.
Ah. Well, I think we're about ready to turn. So no more than 15 degrees of bank.
Locomotive 87 Zero Charlie Papa is about 3 miles northeast of Morgan.
He's on the VOR.
Yes, sir.
Okay, here comes our 1,700 feet.
So the magic number is 10 knots. If it takes 17 inches with 2 good engines, it's going to take 27 inches with 1 good engine. So we can set 27 on the good engine when you get to pattern altitude. That should get us real close to normal operations. No more than 15 degrees of bank.
Now I can go to more bank. I got more speed.
Yep.
It's, you know, right now the airplane doesn't care. It was just when we're down low.
Okay.
I don't like to use very much bank. And now we're getting a little fast, so adjust power as necessary to control your airspeed, right?
That's right. About 100 knots on downwind at a minimum. We'll get beam our landing spot and everything will be normal. We'll go gear down and do a single engine approach.
It'll look just like a normal one, right?
Yep. Also, we'll be running our checklist, establishing zero side slip, 2 to 3 degrees of bank into the good engine, half a ball into the good engine.
I need to bring my yarn, do a yaw demo for you. Okay, opposite the numbers, just like a normal approach. Gear coming down. 3 greenies, 1 in the mirror. Nose down a little bit. Start our descent to land. I think I'll set that zero thrust a little lower. We got too much.
Okay.
It doesn't seem to be working very well. You can add more or take some out, you know?
Yeah.
Because it's just a wag anyway. You read the deal in the manual. It gives you different manifold pressures for different speeds and stuff. You know, so you can kind of fudge it to whatever it makes it feel good. That's the way I do it. Birdie coming. I think I'll put down a notch of flaps and not even use any more than that. Nobody sneaking in. Yeah, I think I told you the other day I've done like 8 single engine landing. Thought I was going to do number 9 when the accumulator wouldn't work.
Turning towards final, airspeed looks good, 1 notch of flaps, 3 green, gears down to the land.
I got 1 and 3, so maybe another notch of flaps. That's probably all I'm going to use. Whoa, there's our airplane right in front of us. Dadgummit. Well, shall we try a single engine go around?
Probably not.
I'm going to sidestep over here. Look at that, we did it. We actually made it, didn't we?
He wasn't talking, we wasn't talking.
Yeah. Yep, he's making a missed approach. Going around too. Low-foggy traffic, Seminole 595 November Delta, sidestepping to the east, runway 35 on a go-around following the Cessna.
Okmulgee traffic is Cessna 870 Charlie Foxtrot, Charlie Papa, and go miss on Okmulgee radio 240.
He's going missed.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound like...
Cessna 870 Charlie Papa, flight heading 330.
Yeah. How about that? I actually made a go-around work from about 400 or 500 feet. Look at that.
Okmulgee traffic is Cessna 870 Charlie Papa, and just fly to north of Okmulgee and at 1,400 km to 3,000. That's Okmulgee traffic.
I'm going to turn behind him, since we're here at pattern altitude already.
Do we need to do the single engine approach again?
Hey, I'm having a good time.
Yeah, spending my money.
Spending your money. Don't fly through his wake. Well, you've never seen a single engine go around.
I haven't.
Well, there isn't any risk in doing it. We have both engines. You know, if it didn't work, we could have just... I don't usually demonstrate those. I tell people if that situation happens, you land in the grass.
Yeah.
You know, next to the runway or something, because there's no... And you wouldn't be doing a single engine emergency approach like this at an uncontrolled field unless that was the only place within 100 miles. No? Okay, so... You're coming down? This is where people forget the gear.
I'll go around.
Yeah, because they go, I've already put the gear down. Why should I put it down again?
Yeah.
They forgot they raised it. Here we go. Everything looking good?
Very green. One in the mirror.
One in the mirror. Okmulgee traffic, Seminole 595 November Deltas, turning base, runway 35, full stop at Okmulgee. And most people, unless you're looking for optimum performance, getting that last little bit of rate of climb that you need, you usually just center up the ball and fly wings level. I mean, you know, in a 747, you're not going to be flying in a side slip, you know? All the passengers will be sitting there going, on one cheek going, why is my drink sliding off my tray table? Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go.
Hey, 3 green, gears down, clear to land.
Coming in pretty good. No airplanes on final. See if I can hit my squares, huh? They're hard to see.
They're hard to see. Looks like you got some concrete patches.
Yeah. there's our blue line. Aiming for a spot just short. Set up my attitude. Ah, come on. This thing is sticky.
Well, Bill, you floated a little too much on that one. That felt good.
All right. I'll let you needle me. But look at this. I haven't even touched the brakes yet.
Right, yeah.
I'm going to have to taxi ahead to the turnoff.
You'd have made a good fireman. You can take a ribbon and still smile.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I dish it, and I give it to you,
oh,
so
yeah.
I got to be able to take it, too. I mean, hey, I'm not perfect. I wish I were. Let's see you do a short field. How's that?
Okay. I got the airplane.
You have the airplane, my friend.
I got the airplane. Hey, lights. Camera is on still. Action. Boost pumps on. Fuel selector's on. Mixture's prop. Final looks clear. Left and right. Okmulgee traffic 5 November Delta. Take the active 36. Okmulgee.
I wonder if this runway has black mold.
Looks like it needs to be power washed, doesn't it?
Yeah. By the way, in twins that have normal rotating engines, I usually line up about 10 or 15 degrees pointed to the right. So when I release the brakes, it swerves and lines up without having to add a lot of right rudder or braking or anything.
Airspeed's alive. There's 50. 70. Rotate.
Degrees.
10 degrees.
Gear up.
Rate. Gears up. 50 feet.
Back to 5.
Back to 5.
Very good. Well, I don't think it's right. I don't think it's raining.
I think those are overly sensitive.
They are. They are very overly sensitive. Many times I've flown through areas where it's all green.
Right.
And there's nothing.
Right. I agree.
Okay, 126.5, you got it all. Boy, you're efficient. Now, what altitude do we have to do, go to for a DMC demo?
4,000 AGL.
Okay, so that's about, what, 4,500?
Yes, sir. Okay, cruise climb, landing light off, make sure it's good. Cow flaps as required, instruments checked. Our pressures are good. Fuel pumps are on
That's on the cruise.
Cruise, yes, sir.
Fuel pumps are on the cruise. Now, it is raining over there. Yeah, the biggest problem you're going to have on your check ride is that right there.
Getting that fine-tune and seeing that little magenta bar move up and down a tenth.
Yep, and catching it before it gets 100 feet off.
Yep.
If I were you, I'd just sneak looks over here at the real altimeter. They'll give you a better indication of what's going on.
Yeah. Okay, cruise. Fuel pumps off. 1, 2, cow flaps. We look at the temps first. There's the green. Right to my altitude. Lights are good. 7 minute out, slowing down. So we will go to 14 inches. Just to slow down to 85. I was pitching up too, trying to slow down.
Be patient. Don't get in a hurry. Gee, that Morse code's a little too fast for me. 85 is the speed to start at. Remember?
Blue line, go props full. Yes. Comes 85, level flight, close to 85. Okay, we'll just say everything's clear, left and right, just a little fast. So we're just going to demo VMC. At the first indication of a loss of directional control, stall, or buffet will correct. 85, so I'm going to go full on the right. That zero side slip, let that left prop windmill, and pitch up to lose about 1 knot per second. And at the first indication of loss of directional control, I'm going to bring the power on the right engine back and lower the angle of attack.
Yeah, make sure you get the rudder bottomed all the way to the stop as you get slowed down here. Because otherwise, it's not going to do right. You'll be doing a blocked rudder one.
There it is, power.
That's it, perfect. Just lower the nose basically to level flight and then pull the power back simultaneously and then push the power right back up because you're no longer stalling.
Rock and roll. Feel good?
Feels good to me.
At 3607, visibility 10, ceiling 1000, broken, temperature 16, 2.11, altimeter 3028. Visual approach in use, landing and parting, runways 1 left, runway 1 right. All departing aircraft contact ground control for clearance and taxi instructions. Arrivals contact Tulsa approach on 124.0. Advise on initial contact, you have information uniform.
Mixture power cow flaps are closed. We got the ATIS altimeter set, clearance, we'll get.
Departure of 89.
Tulsa approach 70595, November Delta is 20 south Riverside with uniform descending 3,300.
South Riverside, taking your call sign for me.
Seminole 595, November Delta.
Seminole 595, November Delta, Tulsa approach, good morning, squawk 0342, ident.
0342, ident, good morning.
Air Shuttle 5954, contact Fort Worth Center 132.2 and have a good flight.
132.2, Air Shuttle 5954.
Centurion 76 Yankee, contact Riverside Tower 120.3.
76 Yankee.
2800 at Trist.
Vandy 904, turn left, heading 270, and when able, proceed direct to Van.
270, then direct Van, 894.
Cessna 69205, contact Tulsa Tower 121.2. Good morning.
Contact Tulsa Tower 1212. Good morning.
SkyWest 5282, continue to send at pilot's discretion, maintain 4,000.
Pilot discretion 4,000, that's 5282.
70595 November Delta's radar contact, 6 miles southwest of Mounds. Make a straight in to runway 1 left.
Straight in 1 left, November Delta.
There you go. With your Starship on.
Vandy 904, contact Kansas City Center 127.8. Have a great day.
What's your time? Checklist is done. Approach briefing. Fuel selector is on. Here we'll wait on to the final. Mixtures are rich. Seatbelts are fastened. Landing light is on. Flaps will set at the final as well.
Sounds good to me. And I got the localizer set in.
I think tomorrow and Friday is supposed to be all sunshine, nice temperatures, so as long as the airplane doesn't break, we should be good to go.
Yep.
I don't know if that accumulator is something they'd jump on, get done in a day, or if they just even up, or what.
Well, I'll report it, and we'll see what they'll do. If it doesn't get fixed, 2600. Yep, here you go.
705 November Delta, contact Riverside Tower 120.3, and have a great day.
20.3, good day, sir, November Delta. Good morning, Riverside Tower, 70595, November Delta is with you, full stop.
705 905 November Delta, Riverside Tower, runway 1 left, clear to land.
1 left, clear to land, November Delta. Hey, below 1.
Riverside Tower 24896, 1 left, and march to the west.
Right slope intercept.
Great green. Yep, we're not slow enough.
Spartan 16, turn left heading 280, contact Tulsa departure.
280, departure, small 16.
100 anyway? That's so close to the flap speed that I'd probably just leave no flaps.
Cessna 24896, fly runway heading runway 1 left, clear for takeoff.
Runway heading 1 left, clear for takeoff, 24896.
Okay, gas is on. Carriage is down, 3 green, we have 1 in the mirror.
Yeah, got 1 in the mirror.
Mixture's rich, we'll wait on the props, switches, seatbelts are on, boost pumps are on, lights are on. Watch my localizer.
Yep, watch the little dash line. Remember the dash line?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that dash line is handy.
Yes.
And what's our minimum? 950 or so? Doesn't really matter, but yeah.
We got it in sight. Let's see. 826. $250 feet up. You probably want about 17 inches.
Hope you're looking out, because I'm looking in.
I'm looking out. Okay.
Trying to be as semi-realistic as I can on this.
Well, it's good practice for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
At least you don't have parallax errors from over there.
Parallax errors?
Yeah, parallax errors. When you got steam gauges, the needles and everything aren't all the same level, so they don't line up from over there like they do over here.
Yeah.
But when it's all on one flat screen, it's all the same. You see the same thing I see.
Okay, I'm going visual. Ears down, clear to land.
Okay, go visual.
Spartan 24, you up?
Wide arc.
Let's see.
Flaps.
I'll go visual too.
Isn't that handy? Technology's amazing.
It is, man. You can almost just fly all the way looking at this.
Yeah.
Of course, I don't have my Stratus, so I don't have I don't have attitude.
Good morning, Riverside Tower, Cessna 5210 Alpha, holding short 1 left for departure to Okmulgee.
Cessna 5210 Alpha Riverside Tower, hold short of runway 1 left, landing traffic.
Holding short 1 left, 10 Alpha.
I don't know how to say that 100 times.
896 over on departure.
Cessna 896, turn left heading 300, contact Tulsa departure.
300 departure, 896.
You can't really see it very well.
Yeah.
They should have moved it up about an inch or two.
Crosswind from left to right.
Actually, yeah, a little bit from left to right. Yep.
It changed on us, didn't it?
It did. It changed coming down.
Cessna 5210 Alpha, runway 1 left, line up and wait.
1 left, line up and wait, 10 Alpha.
We'll just coast down to 3-1.
How about a left turn on 3-1 for 5 November Delta?
705 November Delta, turn left on 3-1, contact ground.
Okay, thank you. They don't like you to turn on runways without permission.
I feel fairly comfortable doing it here, but yeah, any other airport.
Cessna 10 Alpha, make a right downwind departure to the power plant, then fly heading 160, runway 1 left, cleared for takeoff.
Right downwind, 160, 1 left, clear for takeoff, 10 Alpha.
I do too, especially when they get busy or something.
Right. Yep.
But technically, you should.
Altimeter 3.
And then I'd just keep right on going until I get to the hold short, because I don't like to park on a runway.
I don't like to get on Alpha.
Well,
Riverside ground 70595 November Delta's on 3-1 for Lisa plane.
705 95 November Delta, Riverside ground taxi to Lisa plane via Alpha.
Lisa plane via Alpha November Delta.
well,
705 November Delta, there's a 152 on Delta Delta outbound. He's going to be south on Alpha ahead of you.
Okay, we'll look for him. In sight. You got time for a question?
Shoot.
Yes, sir. When we roll off 3-1 there, do you want us to hold on the runway, or would you rather make that left turn onto Alpha past the hold short bars?
705 November Delta. Generally, when we're either north or south flow, when you get if we have you exit on 3-1, we want you to just hold short of Alpha in case we have any traffic going back and forth, especially when we're south flow, because everybody's going to have to cross 13 to get to the runway. It's just when we're actually using 1331 as the active runway that we need the aircraft off the runway.
Okay, thank you. You helped me win a bet.
so I'm buying.
Not a problem.
Okay. Yeah, that looks like they're uncrating those 172s and putting them together.
8 Delta Alpha, as farm number 6, with information uniform request radar service to West.
Seminole 268 Delta Alpha, Riverside ground, maintain out of below 2,500, Tulsa departure frequency 124.0, squawk 0250.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Maintain at below 2,500 feet, departure frequency 124.0, squawk 0250, Seminole 268 Delta Alpha.
Seminole 8 Delta Alpha, runway 1 left, taxi via Alpha.
Runway 1 left, taxi via Alpha, Seminole 268 Delta Alpha.
There you go. Good job.
During EOT avionics off.
And it's usually when I get distracted somewhere in the cockpit, I'm looking at a checklist or something.
And it's such a little bitty thing that, I mean, I've never, this is the only one I've ever flown that's been so small. All the other Eagles airplanes have been much bigger, much easier to spot. Oh, yes. I don't think you'll have any trouble passing. You know, that's my estimation.
That's what we want.
But we'll do we'll do another mock check ride tomorrow, and